The man had only stolen a piece of ivory, but he was caught by the natives. They directly turned him into a beggar's chicken. His entire body was wrapped in thick layers of mud. As the bamboo skewers slowly turned, the aroma of roasted meat gradually filled the air, and piercing screams rang out along with it. The scene sent the surrounding natives into a frenzy. They shouted excitedly, as if celebrating a grand feast. But something even more brutal was yet to come. His companion was tightly pinned to the ground. The natives dropped a small earthworm into the fire pit. Threatened by the intense heat, the worm writhed wildly. Eventually, in terror, it burrowed into the man's body. Seeing this, Nick, standing nearby, was already drenched in cold sweat, because he knew he would be next. Soon, Nick was escorted into the wilderness. To kill time, the chief first shot an arrow toward a spot 500 meters away. Once Nick ran beyond the arrow's range, the chief would send warriors to hunt him down. The hunt officially began. The first warrior quickly charged forward. Although Nick was physically strong, he couldn't withstand the scorching African heat. Meanwhile, the natives seemed to have motors under their feet. Before long, they caught up right behind him. Seeing Nick run out of strength, the native was eager to end the chase. The next second, he hurled his spear with full force. Nick seized the opportunity and picked up the spear, then turned around and returned the weapon to its owner. Seeing this from afar, the father immediately rushed over. But by the time he arrived, it was already too late. His son showed no signs of life. At this moment, the brother also came running desperately, but he showed little grief. He only coldly glanced at his brother's body, as if he had made a firm decision. A brand new chase began, but Nick was already at the end of his rope. His remaining strength was about to be spent, and the natives clearly had no intention of letting him go. They stayed close behind him the entire time. Just as Nick was about to collapse, the situation suddenly took a turn. The pursuing native, due to prolonged running, suffered a heart attack and collapsed on the spot. Nick observed for a while, confirming there were no new pursuers. Only then did he slow down. He then lay down on a smooth rock, briefly regaining his strength. However, he didn't know that another native was following the trail he left. Closing in step by step of the impending danger, Nick was completely unaware. He even used the time to make himself a pair of shoes. After adjusting his condition, he prepared to move on, but at that moment, he suddenly noticed a giant African snail lying near his feet. Starving Nick completely forgot it might contain a large amount of bacteria. The plump protein made his mouth water, but when the slippery texture hit his mouth, Nick almost vomited on the spot. He forced himself to chew a few bites despite the nausea. At that moment, the native had already caught up nearby. Nick immediately hid, but he knew hiding alone wasn't a solution. He glanced at a cactus nearby, and suddenly an idea came to mind. Using the weapon in his hand, Nick poked a hole in the cactus, then quickly hid somewhere else. Sure enough, when the native arrived, he immediately noticed the hole in the cactus, and a foot sticking out. This was a carefully designed trap by Nick. Just as the native was secretly pleased, Nick had already appeared silently behind him.